Okay, you don't need to be weird about it.
It
So how was the meet tonight?
was good. It was cold, windy, lots of I was surprised to see some of the cars that came out come out.
I know I was watching the Instagram stories, and I was surprised with some of them too.
Yeah, and then, there's other ones that you're like, "Oh, okay, they're just bringing their regular winter cars," and others are like, "Oh, I'm actually kinda surprised that you're bringing that out this late in the year because not everybody likes to drive their cars at this time of year."
I honestly don't see why.
I don't
There's
either.
nothing on the roads yet.
The roads are good, there's no sand, there's no gravel spread, there's nothing like that, right?
The
We don't have
cars
to
like
worry
it
about
more.
it. The cars love the weather.
Huh. Speaking of cars, how's yours after going through? So what happened with the first engine? Why did the first one die? Why did you need to put the spare in?
So, the first one, I broke an exhaust sleeve, and when the exhaust sleeve broke, instead of the first time the exhaust sleeve broke, it went into the turbo, and it put a little ding in the exhaust wheel. Minor, but it happened. This time, the motor sucked it up, and so it damaged the rotor, damaged the housing, and it stuck all 3 apex seals on the front rotor.
So
No compression in rotor 1.
what's an exhaust sleeve?
So inside the exhaust port, there's an in-canal sleeve, and they put the in-canal sleeve in there so that it doesn't heat the coolant as the hot exhaust is flowing through because it flows right around that port.
Okay.
So it broke because the exhaust ports are so big on that motor that it got the in-canal hot enough that it just broke, chunked away.
So what's a remedy to that happening? Can you port them out and just run a
They
different
were
metal
they were
ceramic
ported.
coat 'em?
There's the real option is don't have such big exhaust ports. The other one would be run no exhaust port, run no sleeve in it. But my old man who used to run rotaries, they ran peripheral ports and all that. And he's like, we used to just take them out and then seal up those coolant ports right around the sleeve and call it good with like DevCon or anything like that. Any of those solid epoxy materials. And they would just kind of seal it up so that no coolant would go through those passages and let it get hot. But that being said, now I have one housing that doesn't match any other housing because the port's so big. So I'll probably just scrap that housing, leave it off to the side.
Nice garage ornament.
Yeah.
So what kind of racing did your dad do?
Mostly endurance racing.
And he ran a rotary?
For a while, him and his friends ran a rotary and a 510. One of my first rotary experiences was in a 510 with a P port, an NAP port. So peripheral port, big hole on the side above the exhaust port.
And a Datsun 510.
Yes,
That's
that's in
sick.
510.
That'd be a cool
Yeah.
swap. And that was out back in BC?
Yep, in Vancouver. We used to run Westwood Plateau, and he took us up there many times as little kids. And there's actually pictures in his shop of me I want to say about 4 or 5 years old, in a matching race suit to him on his lap in the 510.
That's awesome.
So, and it was quite comical. And more than once, we got to go around Westwood in his '67 Elan S2, which is a full tube chassis Lotus.
That'd be fun.
It's a twin cam, dual Weber carb, probably 13.5 to 1 compression.
I never got any real race car experiences as a kid. Spent a lot of time at the track, but never was on one until 19 years old.
Yeah.
I think that was my first time.
Like, we went to all the West Coast tracks. Like, we went to all the way down to like Portland, all the time to Portland International, which I can't remember what they changed the name to now, but it's something else now. Used to go down there for weekends and take 2 Formula cars with us and
That's so
another
crazy.
driver and just hang out there at the racetrack all weekend. We drive the trikes around, towing the race cars around the pits as like a 9, 10-year-old kid.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, we had a lot of fun as little kids at the racetrack, and our favorite was probably always Knox Mountain Hill Climb in Kelowna. So there's a park in Kelowna, Knox Mountain, and it's a hill climb. The average at the time was like 2 minutes up the hill. There was a go-kart that was faster than my dad every single year, a shifter cart, and that shifter cart would run minute 49.
Then it's 5:10.
No, no, and then we were running the formula car at the time.
Okay, and what?
So the formula car, he was his fastest ever was 151, and he averaged 151 to 153.
What was in there?
So it was a Lotus. It's a Van Diemen chassis with a Lotus twin cam motor with 14.5 to 1 compression, 1.6 liter Pinto tranny.
Not crazy amount of power, but the power to weight's there.
I think
And downforce.
the whole car 800 pounds, 900 pounds, if that. Because you lift the front end
And
and you lift the back end. Two guys lift the back end, one guy lifts the front. Three people lift the car up.
yeah, I mean, I never looked too much into how formula cars were made,
Yep.
but then recently Rob Dom's been doing his formula
Yes.
car, and his latest video, I realized the whole rear of the chassis is the engine and transmission.
On the Indy cars and stuff, yeah, it is. It's
So
white.
were those
crazy.
ones more like that?
So his is more like tube chassis through the whole thing.
Okay.
And then the motor sits in the back because it's just a 4-cylinder. So typical, like looks like Civic engine, anything like that. Just small. But
Yeah, that's cool.
probably 170, 180 horsepower.
Are they still running that race today?
Not they run those in Formula Ford class and Formula Atlantic, but it's not like the same. But a lot of those, like, so they ran an endurance race today at Rad Torque.
Mhm.
There probably was one out there, a Formula Ford, Formula Atlantic, Formula Reynard, something along that line, right?
What about that hill climb? Do they still run that? Do you know?
Yes,
That's cool.
every year.
That's cool.
Few of my friends, like, that was their big goal when we were younger, and civics in Vancouver and stuff. And one of my friends that moved to England took his Civic from Vancouver to England, full race car, and he ran Knox Mountain probably 2-3 times.
Is it like Pikes Peak serious with all the safety and regulations and everything?
I probably not quite as much, but there's a lot to it, right? Because there is corners, like, I want to say we were probably 8, 9. We'd be up playing on the hill, and then there'd be a really bad accident. You just watch a car shooting off the fucking edge and just 50, 60, 70 feet, then hitting, bouncing, and rolling down the hill. We've seen multiple cars go off on 4 or 5 up the hill, and you're sitting down there in the pits and you're watching, and there goes a car off the end. It's like, oh, at least it was a car. It's not dad. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Mom's stressed out, just freaking out.
Yeah, we rode dirt bikes as kids, and I remember anytime one of us would get squirrely or hit the ground, mom's screams were louder than
Yeah.
anything.
Oh yeah. Fucking you hear those over everything.
Would you ever consider running your car up the hill for shits and gigs?
No.
No.
Down it.
Down, yeah.
I always like downhill better. Going up is, but I mean, every time I've drove hills in the Corolla, I've never had any power. So when I lived in BC, I was 4A. It's 105 horsepower if you're lucky.
Yeah.
256, 264 cams in a fully built motor that revs to 10,000 RPM. We bounce it off limiter every day. Still going uphill. It was slow as fuck. It was never any fun. Downhill. Mission, we used to go to the dam and we'd go up and down the hill all day. Just short hill, 3-4 corners. Going down is fun. It's scary as shit, but it's fun. The adrenaline rush is just massive.
Yeah, I can imagine. I wish we had something like that here.
Yeah.
Even just one hill we could go slide around on.
Exactly, right? Like, I chased my buddy in his FD. He had a 400 horse. He still has a 400 horsepower, 420-ish FD. Gutted, just chasing him up and down that hill all night. One night, I had his drunken friend with me, and his drunken friend is like, "Okay, but you gotta just don't accelerate till after the last speed bump." Okay. Get over the last speed bump, and my buddy's just taking off. Fucking 400 horsepower. I got 106. We're going uphill. Okay, what fun's this gonna be? All right. full throttle all the way through, going up the hill, chasing him. By the time we were around the first corner, buddy was almost shitting his pants trying to hit me because he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna crash. Just take the right, huck it left, and just carry that 100 horsepower pinned to the floor up the hill." And I actually caught the FD on the second corner because he braked so hard, and I was just pinned.
Yeah.
Right? Like, up is fun, but down, momentum is just
Yeah, I noticed that with some of the drift Appalachia stuff. You don't really see crashes going up. Going down, you
going
see a
down.
lot.
Going up, you're applying the power and you're pushing, right? Down, there's a lot of extra.
Yeah, you even see it at Stratotech on the slight downhills and uphills when people spin. You can see how quick the cars stop versus
Some of them,
even
yeah,
the
like
slight.
how much faster it goes.
Yeah,
So like going down is fun with no power, but like I don't know, it's the amount of stuff you would have to go through to actually do like a hill climb race is crazy.
past tech and
And well,
go
not
through
even
that.
just that. Like you got to do licensing, you got to do this, you got to do that, fire suit, all the whole 9 yards. You have to have everything.
Yeah, then they don't probably have a hobby class for just
Exactly
weekend
right.
warriors.
You can't just send it because I feel like sending it. Right.
Yeah,
If that was the case, that would be perfect.
yeah.
But because it's not, it makes it very difficult to just jump in and do that in other than just going to the mountains. But being a Vancouver kid, we'd go up to Cypress, Seymour, and the local ski hills in the summer, and you rip those fucking roads like a motherfucker all day long.
Yeah, I imagine some of the guys out by Jasper and Hinton go do that.
Mm-hmm. And in late 90s, early 2000s, you could do that shit all the time. Even mid 2000s.
So you were really at the forefront of drifting, like when it first
But it
kind
was
of
just
came over.
always on the street. We never did anything on the track because in Vancouver, the only drifting was on Vancouver Island. So going to Vancouver Island is like $250 each way. Now, if you're pulling a trailer, because you might break down, add some more, right?
Yeah, and I seen some videos of that one place they were running in like 2005. That place was rough. I wouldn't want to drive there.
On fucking in Victoria, there was
There was a little oval track I watched a video, and their cars were just
so there's that might have been the one I've been to on the island that I drove out on the island. It was 2009, 2010.
You know, the
something like that
video
time
I
range.
watched was like 2006, 2007. I
But
was like, I would never want to drive
The-
there.
like I was Saratoga Speedway. It was not the smoothest place in the world, but it was $50. But still $100 each way, $200 plus all the fuel to drive the Corolla there, and then something breaks. You miss the ferry.
Yeah, in the mountains, it's way easier. Something breaks, you just get your buddy to flat tow you home.
Yeah, we flat towed cars through downtown Vancouver before, and nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you try and do that, you're fucking. They're pulling you over.
Yeah, you go 5 minutes this way, you're good. Me and my buddies pushed a car freaking
Oh, I
40
know.
kilometers.
You know what I mean? Go downtown Edmonton.
Yeah, they
But try that. You're getting pulled over. Cops all over the place nowadays.
have your car break down, they're freaking coming all over you.
So it's kind of one of those like you'll never have that kind of fun again.
So, as a kid going from hanging out at the racetrack with your dad and everything, what was the next step from hanging out to driving? What introduced that?
Like driving in general started with karting around 12, 13. And we went probably did 2 seasons with go-karts with the old man.
That's cool.
We didn't always get along the best because typical boy and his dad don't always get along, right? So then he got pissed off and we'd go places, we'd drive go-karts, and he'd get mad that I didn't do better. But fair enough, right? Like,
Dad.
but it was still like a 5-person class, six kid class. And it still landed up at the end of the season I was second. So I didn't do that bad.
No, not at all.
But, dad telling you didn't do great because you didn't win, right?
100%. When I rode my dirt bike on the track, I'd be happy coming in 2/3 up front the pack. I'd be like,
coming up in a single digit, right? Like, I don't care if there's 10 people or 12 people or 5. If you're in single digits, you're doing all right. If there's only 5, yeah, so what?
I didn't do many races. The few I did, average, I'd say there was probably about 20 to 25 racers on track at once, and I'd come in top 15, so
Yeah, then you're doing
every
good,
time.
right? And that's the thing, it's all in perspective on that half too.
But I raced with the faster bikes. There wasn't enough 85s, so they put me in with the 125s and 250s, and I held my own there,
Yeah.
so definitely doing good there. But but I wish we could have seen where that went. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that I paid more attention and I did better there and tried a little bit harder. It would have definitely changed the outcome of where everything's gone.
I've thought about running shifter carts as an adult. Now that
Yeah.
the sport's growing again, I think it'd be cool.
But then for me at that point now, I'm like, I might as well just have one toy,
Yeah, that's where my brain's at.
right? Like
She wants me to get a freaking jet boat, and I'm like,
the wife wants me to just get a boat, and I said no, I don't like boats.
"Oh, but like a nice four-seater jet boat to go ripping up and down the North Saskatchewan
Oh
with?
yeah, absolutely, it'd be a good time.
That'd be
But
awesome."
I don't like boats. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I've never liked boats. It's probably because yeah,
You did the 4x4 and stuff too.
yeah, we did
Oh,
lots of that.
I know
We
it's a long drive to go do some,
Oh yeah.
but
I
there's
I'm
some local stuff you can still have fun
I
with.
miss the old Forerunners. I had so many first gen Forerunners, and I basically when I moved, I was like, "This will never pass in a province."
Yeah, and those are like gold now.
Yeah, and I looked at my buddy, and I'm like, "Pay me $500 when you can," because he had no money. Just my friend that I always took care of him. He took care of me. Everything was good, and I didn't haven't talked to him in a couple of years, and I just messaged him the other day. I was like, "You still have all the Forerunners?" He goes, "I got 4 now."
Hell yeah.
So he's still got my original fucking two-door 87, still had the triangle windows. And or no, yeah, 87. It was that 1 year triangle windows IFS 22 RE 5-speed gear drive.
Yeah, I had a 98. I wanted to put the long travel on it
Yeah.
so I could jump it. It's all I wanted to do was just send that thing as far and as high as I could.
Oh yeah, I had so many fun off-road things like growing up in Vancouver. Stave Lake was 45 minutes away. You can go mud flats, you can go up the mountain, you can go anywhere you want. All like trails through the trees. If you want to do trails, you want to climb shit, climb shit. There's tons of shit.
Yeah.
And we always landed up going mud bogging because it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do
Yeah,
a ton of it around here for us.
yeah. We hit like we bought a 90. It was a 90 regular cab, long box Toyota. It was on had a 4-inch suspension lift and 35s on it. Drove it like that for probably 6, 7 months, something like that. And then I was like, we should solid axle this. So we did a 3-inch body lift, 5-inch, 6-inch leaves, 40, 38 and a half by 11 boggers. And the thing was massive. Like when I stand up, the box was to my shoulder, the top of the box. And a Toyota box is only foot and a half, 18, 20 inches max.
Yeah.
Right. So like to have the box way up here, we just drove through everything. We drove down the river one time. We found a little offshoot from the main river and just drove down the center of the river for about 40 minutes. And then we're like, we should probably turn around.
Yeah, I don't like rivers and trucks.
Yeah, we didn't love it when the exhaust was underwater.
Oh, yeah, no. When it's when the intake's underwater is when you gotta worry.
Oh no, we've been through mud holes like that. But the stream and stuff, it was like halfway up the door.
Yeah.
The
So
seat was just out of the water. Like you had that much to the bottom of the seat from to the water, and you're like, okay, we either need to turn around or fucking go backwards.
yeah, I remember going out to Devon as a kid. We had a Jeep Grand Cherokee Sport, a 96, and we always liked to go around the bend because there was a second beach. But whenever the water was high, we'd have to go in. And the hill was steep on the inside corner, so you'd have to go out a little bit. And you didn't know where the holes were. And all of
Yeah,
a sudden, you'd
you
have
just disappeared.
6 inches of water inside the truck. That was awesome. But a couple years ago, the whole family went up to Grand Prairie to go 4x4 with my buddy. He was living up there. Just got a brand new Tacoma,
Yeah.
and we went and stayed on an island in the river. And it was this long ass river crossing to get out there,
Yeah.
and it was just shallow enough that you could see the ripples in the water where it got shallow, where you could see the crossing. Well, it was the beginning of June. We weren't really thinking that it's spring runoff time,
Yeah.
and river rose about a foot overnight, and there was no ripples.
There's no more flow.
No. And he went in so confidently, 40 feet to the left, and it was a giant fucking hole. His truck floated before it sank down.
Crazy.
Yeah, it sat there for, I want to say, 5 hours before we got it out of the water. It was
Yep.
bad.
I
And
believe it. I've
then my
seen.
Forerunner pulled it all the way out.
I've been towed out more times than I'd like to admit by a little 4-cylinder flat deck. But his little Toyota on 36s, he told me out of all the dumbest spots I would get my truck and break an axle, and broke more axles in 4x4s than anything.
Yeah, I don't think I broke anything doing anything in my Forerunner. Granted, there's nothing too crazy we can do. I
Yeah.
did three-wheel it once. Had my back wheel like 5 feet in the air. It was awesome.
Our shitty Forerunner, we took out a straight hill, drunk as fuck. Ashley's got her thumb on her beer, trying to hold the bottle shut, and her thumb's so small it didn't plug the hole. Just straight up the hill, and fucking beer shoots everywhere. In the dark, nobody realized it was coming. Beers, cover your beers, and off we go. But then, anyways, after karting,
Yeah.
then we started drag racing, surprisingly, because that's what we had that you could legally do, and illegally, because that started with the Saturday night drag races in Richmond.
Yeah, I know
The-
lower mainland BC there had a
It was
pretty vibrant street racing scene at one point too.
like, I want to say grade 11, grade 12, somewhere in there. I was working at the Chevron on Garden City and Lundell or something. I
I
don't
don't
know.
want to I don't
Anyways,
want to age you, but we kind of need a year for that.
I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think.
Buying time.
Probably 99, 2000.
Okay.
Worked at the gas station. I used to ride my bike there, and then I'd go out with buddies from the gas station after work. We work till 11:30ish. You go to meet up. Canadian Tire parking lot's packed, a couple hundred cars, and everybody just disperses from there, and then land up all over the place. But just cars, cops come, everybody runs, scrambles really happened. It was pretty funny, right? Like the places it landed up taking you, it was just stupid.
So then I imagine that's around the time you started finding your way into cars.
Yeah. And then shortly after that, we played Civics.
Civics,
They
yeah.
were cheap, easy to get your hands on, lots of them. And then just we had everything, Mustangs, and then cars happened, and had your full license, 18, 19, job, making real money finally after high school,
Yep.
and then just getting through the game and playing. We drag raced cars. We built a bunch of Hondas. My favorite was probably with my friend Darren.
So what was a fast Honda back in those days in your local area?
10, we ran 10, 10 9, 10 5, anywhere in that kind of range.
Still respectable.
Oh, it was good. People
Back,
had
back, back then it was definitely fast.
people had fully built Endine motors and nitrous and 10 5s, 10 4s, and
Oh,
were fast before the all-wheel drive stuff, and they started going even faster.
that's around the first Civic. They all wanted a 10-second car. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
I think if they made that movie now, they'd be asking for a 6-second car because
absolutely. Like
that
seeing how fast some of these guys are going.
I think fastest stick shift Honda is 6 seconds, and the 6 second.
Yeah, I
No.
thought they were almost down to 5s.
Yeah, I think they're low sixes.
They're getting closer every year, but now they're doing all-wheel drive,
Full billet
and
blocks.
billet blocks. Like we're still doing just whatever fucking shit you could buy. And you go in and buy Civic motors, people are giving them away. You could have Integra motors for 50, $60.
I mean, there are still people out there just throwing CRV parts and Civics,
Yeah.
still running really good numbers with K series and great times.
Like old Bs and shit. It was so cheap back then. It didn't matter.
Yeah, you could use whatever engine you wanted because if you blew it up, it was a case of beer to go get another one.
Not even. A lot of times you just went in the backyard and like, "Oh, this one looks good." We stored a B16 under a bench for years. It was a $50 motor. Paid $50 with the cylinder head.
I remember when I first got into 240s, the KAs, people would give
Yeah.
you a case of beer to come take it out of their garage.
Yeah, come and hang out, drink some beers, and just take it, right?
And now you can't find one.
Yeah, I gave away so many Civic motors and when we moved to Alberta, I was like, "No, I'm done with B series. It all goes." And I got rid of all the B series shit.
Yeah, you should have brought it all with you.
I brought it and sold it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold it here. I made good money off of it, but like a lot of like the little bits and pieces for the motors. Any of my buddies that still ran B series, I was like, just come take it. I don't want to pay for the storage. I don't want to haul it with me if it's something I'm done with. I'm like, if this B blows, that's it. We're going K. Went K.
So, is that what led you into fabrication? Was just not wanting to pay somebody to do it?
Exactly.
Like everybody, yeah.
I it was less that than patience. The patience part. I had no patience.
Hey, fabricators, we all do this, but I still want to talk to you.
Like I have absolutely no patience waiting for people, and I like that's why I like don't take jobs that often because I don't want to make you wait, and I don't want to wait to do it. I just want to do it. Like just give it to me and let me do it, start to finish, right here, right now. Whatever, no problem.
Yeah, well, when I was talking to you about the manifolds for the 2K series here, I could tell you got excited, but I was like, hold up, wait, we're not there yet.
Oh yeah, no. I like to build things. That's it. Right? But if it's not ready, it's not worth either of our time
Yeah,
to do it. And most people aren't ready.
yeah.
Right? They think they are, but they want to start with a manifold. And it's like there's better ways to do it, like to make the manifold fit the car properly and not just guess
Put
and
the engine in the car first.
yeah, get it in there, get everything situated, be 100% happy before you bother.
100%.
Because if otherwise you're just destroying yourself because you make this and then you fight yourself with something else that you should have just put in the car before you built the manifold. And when you want something fully custom, well, what do you expect is going to happen if you don't get it right?
Yeah, I know. I bought a tubular manifold off eBay.
Yeah. You know, is it worth a damn?
No.
And the metal's fucking junk.
I had to do so much work to make that thing work in the car. It was insane. It would have literally been worth to pay 5 times the price and just buy a proper one or pay somebody to build it for me.
And then with like building stuff for other people, they always want to argue the price. No, it cost me this much for the supplies. I need that much plus some because I drive and go get it.
9 times out of 10, if somebody argues a price with me, I just go, okay, find somebody else.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
No, but like the worst is when they wait till the end and then they try and rip you off, right? And it's like, okay, no, I just don't want to deal with people. So last couple of years, I'm like, I don't want to deal with anybody. This you're gonna pay me this much right up front. I ain't even bothering
Yeah.
because it's just not worth your time.
Yeah.
Getting your time wasted is the worst part of it all.
Or all of a sudden are a critique and know everything about the art and are like, well, this weld's a little fatter than this weld. Well, no shit, it's in a corner. It needs to be sturdier.
Why isn't it perfect?
Like what?
Right? Why are you complaining about this?
You're
And
paying,
then
you're paying a third of what it costs for
then
somebody
you're
else
trying to
do
give
it.
somebody a deal too, right? But then you're like, the more you deal with them, you're like, I just don't even want to deal with you. This is okay, fine.
Cheap prices give cheap people, and
Yeah.
cheap people just give headaches.
Yeah. And the problem is you want to help some of these people. Some of these people are people that you want to help. It's not that they've came to you out of the blue. It's like, okay, I'll help you and I'll try and cut you a deal because
Yeah.
I get how it is to be broke, but you need to pay me for my time too, right? And they just want to pay the material.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yep.
They start thinking about the gas and the filler rod and using stainless rod and like a tank and a half of 2 tanks of gas.
I thought it was expensive, and I dabbled in fabrication. I started a little shop, failed so quick it wasn't even funny
Yeah.
because I didn't realize how expensive it actually
Yeah, the
was.
actual costs of it. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's cheap," but then, yeah, sure, MIG welding, it's cheap.
No, I was TIG welding, that shit was expensive.
Exactly, right? But, like, you get into MIG welding, sure, it's cheap. You get a cheap looking job for a cheap price.
Yeah, but
If you want something to be good and somebody to take their time with it, you gotta pay them what they're worth.
yeah, you're back purging everything on a manifold,
Yeah.
all the gas for back purging, and what's coming out of the torch. You're looking at $300 in gas just for a manifold.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
people don't realize
They
that. That's
they
just
don't
the
get that.
gas.
That's just the gas and the filler. Like, then if you wanna get into something special, "Oh, well, I want you to do it at titanium." Well, this is like, the gas alone on a tiny part is huge.
Yep,
I'll go through my whole big bottle just on purge.
yep. I had a guy reach out to me about buying precast Inconel sections and me weld together manifolds for him
Yeah.
for, Z32s, and I was like, "No. What I'm gonna have to charge you to what you're gonna have to charge the public? No, it's not gonna sell. I'm not gonna make money. You're not gonna make money. We can't do that.
Yeah, it just doesn't it's not feasible.
Get them cast in Inconel. It'll be cheaper."
Yeah. And, like, I mean, if I had a milling machine and I finished with the plasma table and the torch height controller, which I never finished because I got sidetracked because ADD.
You need a bigger garage.
Well, that too. We need space.
You need little you
I
need
need
something the size of
I
this
need
garage.
space, and that would make the biggest difference. But, like, biggest thing I want in my life is a milling machine, because then you can actually make flanges and stuff that are way better.
Like
Nice, big, thick stuff.
just old 50s Bridgeport.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
just fucking
I've wanted one for
yeah,
years.
forever, right?
Every 6 months I'm on Facebook looking for them. They come up for good prices every once in a while, but
They do, but then you
so
still need
big, so much space.
then you still need three-phase converter, you need space, you need power, like, it adds up quick.
There's aluminum wiring in this place. I ain't getting that.
Yeah, but exactly, right? Like, you look at it and you're like, "This is not gonna work. I need a real shop if I'm gonna have something like that." So, but, like, that would allow nice flanges and stuff like that that I could just putz away on.
Yeah.
I don't have to make anything, nothing production, right? But just would make nice pieces for my friends, make some good stuff and have some cars that work.
I mean, a nice fixture table,
Yeah,
good stock, and a nice belt sander. You can get close to
but
you'll get good
it's
enough.
not the same. You, you can't make a nice T4 flange that's to
Yeah.
go to pipe and have it thick enough in the extra spots so that the pipe's easier to put on and reach the bolts.
Yeah, well, with the mill, you could make your whole collector at once, but
Exactly, right? And just putz along with it and make it fit perfectly and log your measurements and see. And as long as it's got a recall and probably set it so it does what you want it to do.
yeah, we need maker shops like they have in the States.
Yeah.
Like a space, you can go rent one for a couple hours.
Yep. And just play with stuff. So I think next year I'm gonna try and get 11 bumpers scanned in the front corner pockets where the lights go. I need those corners, and then 3D print, and then make a mold off the 3D print so that I can put the mold onto the bumper and add it back in and have fresh corners.
I'm sure somebody's already 3D scanned it,
If I could find it, find lots of Treno stuff, 11 stuff. For some reason, I struggle.
or if we find a decent one.
But Jerry has a scanner. His computer just sucks, he says. So he's like, I don't know how to do it. So it's something like, and I know a buddy in the city that has 11 with an OE bumper. So easy.
I tell Jerry anytime he wants to meet up, I'll bring my laptop. We can get cracking on it.
Yeah. Cause like, scan that, make a mold of that. Then I can fix my bumper. I
I
keep
was
breaking it. So
I was gonna try to find a 3D scanner to scan the car to make our math a little easier working on my car.
yeah, that would,
Because I want NASCAR door bars and I want them to touch the door skin.
yes. You have the door skin cut. You gotta fucking,
Because I want to I want everybody to have nice cars, but at the same time, I want the missile era to come back.
Yeah.
Like, I want everybody to drive like we don't care about our cars, but I want my car to be able to take it. I want to be able to take what I give.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're dishing it out, you better expect it back, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a handful of people. I'm like, I'm fucking up your door next year, bud. Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's gonna be good. So why'd you put the rotary in it?
Just rotary sounds, really. And it's kind of like, so back in the day, Kevin Peterson's old Corolla. So his old Corolla Coupe, rotary, 11 front. Actually, the front fenders that were on my car were his old fenders.
The ones that we took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those ones, and that car, it was great. He blew a lot of transmissions, flat toning it around, but it's bound to happen. And then
How
from
many have
there,
you blown? Flat
none,
towing it around.
none yet. It's coming. Neither of my transmissions are good. They're both kind of shitty. But
And what do you run for the transmission in it?
turbo 2. So it's full turbo 2 swap, custom pan.
When both those transmissions decide to leave the chat, are you gonna run a different transmission? Like maybe put a BMW transmission in it since they're proven across the board?
I don't know. It's one of
They're
those like,
they're pricey. I hate it. The ZF is about 11 to 1400 bucks right now.
I think at this point, I'm just hoping that they last long enough to I can buy a fucking sequential or something dumb, like a G-Force, an old NASCAR G-Force.
Those aren't too insane. Like
No, they're not. And you can upgrade them in the, I mean, whatever. It's a 4-speed, it's a 4-speed, but I mean, just think of the abuse it'll take. But then what's going to be the weak spot? They're small and everything. They're small enough, but they're strong. So, but then if the transmission isn't the weak spot, what's the weak spot?
probably
Rear end.
yeah.
Then it's like, okay, but then I do that, then I gotta upgrade rear ends.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the power I want, 350, 400 max in a 2,400 pound car, it's good, it's fast. And I don't snap axles now. I'm just killing crappy diffs.
Do you know how to rebuild the transmissions? Like, can you just buy a gear set and swap them out?
If you can find a gear set for them. But yes, I've done a lot of Honda transmissions. I bought my first short ratio Honda B series transmission for $40 off a guy, and it was in a Rubbermaid tote, and it was just every single piece you needed for the shortest ratio B series transmission, cable transmission.
So I know HKS. I know it's really rare, but I know they ran for certain cars. You can get sequential gearboxes for them.
Yeah,
Like they had them for the
well,
SRKA boxes,
Mm.
and them with rebuild kits were actually reasonably priced. It'd be like buying a brand new CD 009 now.
I think
Granted, it was pre-COVID. I found one for $5,000 with brand new gears.
I think nowadays anything FC wise, because you can find FD transmissions, but FC transmissions are a lot more rare because everybody says they're like glass and that they just break. And I've seen quite a few explode, but I've never had one explode on me.
Only transmission I've ever seen actually explode was a Mazda 6, 2006 Mazda 6.
Well, like not like out the shell of it or anything, right? But just like we took it apart and she was toast. There was no saving it. The shafts, everything was fucked. It just like grenaded itself inside.
That's crazy.
It looked like a pile of glass, kind of. But me personally, I run shockproof in it, and I've had no issues. But they all have a loud input shaft bearing.
I honestly think shockproof's a must in drifting. I think if you're not running it, you're doing something wrong unless you got a high-end transmission.
Yeah, I think for any stock transmission, shockproof is the way to go. Looks weird as shit coming in and out, going in and out, right? But
Yeah, it feels weird doing it. You're like,
Yeah,
"Eh."
like, should I really be putting this in there? And you're just squeezing it in out of the bag now, and yeah, I know.
It's like when you get up those really high mileages in your daily and you start putting Lucas in it, you're like, "This feels wrong."
Probably shouldn't be doing this, but whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works, so why bother?
Well, exactly, right? Why change something that already works? I'm good. Right? But yeah, I've had great luck with shockproof in my transmission, so it's not blowing, but I've ruined a few rear ends.
And then your spare engine that you put in this year, you lost your seals too,
Yeah.
or about to.
I feel like the coolant seal's leaking.
Oh, so you don't even know for sure?
I don't even know 100%. It still runs, it still sounds perfectly fine. But there's a small amount of coolant loss. It's not a lot. It's super little. And when you start it, it sounds like one rotor. So being that it sounds like one rotor, I'm like, okay, and then kicks in and everything's fine and it sounds smooth and it's good. So it's missing on startup, but driving it's perfectly fine. Air fuels are good, logs look good. Checked all the logs, air fuels, temps, everything looks fine. But there's that hard start and I'm like, what am I low on? I'm low on coolant. So that explains it. It's seeping through the guess is that it's seeping through one of the into rotor 1 or 2, whatever one's leaking. And it's causing one cylinder to fire up till it pushes the fluid out. Once the fluid's out of the motor, kicks in, it's happy, there's enough oil in the fuel, and it just runs fine.
So if it leaked more, can it hydro lock like a piston engine?
Well, you can stick a seal. Say the seal's in and it's at the low point where the seal's already in, and that's where the water is, right? Like rotor's down, you stick the seal if it sits in it.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of same sort of thing as sticking rings. And then from that point, yeah, it's just I'm like, I don't really want to risk it. If I drive it more, could be a lot worse. At this point, seals still seem good because it still runs perfectly fine. Air fuels are good, no issues there. But it probably got hot.
Yeah.
Consumed a little bit of coolant, then got hot. So then the coolant seals are probably toast. So it's safer just not to drive it. I'll stash it for the winter. In the spring, I'll jump on it and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah, and this winter's for helping the homies out.
yep. So not too worried. It's just a good spring project. I don't want to work on that in the winter. It's just too much.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in your garage. You don't have room to take an engine out in there and have
No.
room to work on it.
Everything else has to be together and then stuff piled around all of that to have the space for the engine. I can only do one type of work at a time that's outside a car.
Yeah, you almost need a little four post in there.
I got space for a 2-post. I just haven't found a cheap enough one and had the money at the time to go buy it.
Yeah, I found one for $800 the other day on Facebook.
You see, I don't have the money to go buy it.
Yeah.
Right? I see them and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna send one to my landlord, and I was like, no, he should put some more money into his car before I send him a lift to buy for the garage.
Yeah.
But
I
then
mean,
again, I don't have the power to run it in the garage either.
I have the power, but it's not supposed to have the power.
Probably quick jacks. That'll probably be the way I go, or one of those half post lifts.
I mean, I want to find like an older, like 10-foot lift because I have a 10, like it's 10 foot 2, I think is what it is in the pocket, right? So I won't be able to go all the way, but I should be able to get just enough to get a car underneath.
Yeah,
And as long as I can, I might have to take wheels off, right? Like it depends what car it is. If the wheels are off, then perfect. I don't have to go as high.
yeah. Well, if it's just the two cars that you have in the garage right
But
now,
see,
that
I'm
should
only worried about the Corolla and the Civic, not other cars, right?
exactly.
My car being a coupe, not a fucking hatchback. I can go up and I can notch around the beam, and the roof will actually almost be at the ceiling, but I'll almost be on the beam across the garage.
Yeah.
And the Civic, well, if I put the hoist where it should go, it'll fit in the pocket.
Yep.
So,
Well, the Civic's short enough, it could definitely sit on the bottom too, especially if you were doing something like taking the engine out to rebuild it and then throwing the car up on the hoist for
exactly.
storage.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I got a good question for you.
Okay.
What do you think would be the longest out of an EG hatchback, an FC, and the Corolla? Those 3 cars. Which one do you think is the longest?
An EG,
No.
an FC.
No.
No way, it's a
The
Corolla.
Corolla is the longest. It has the shortest wheelbase, but was the longest car out of the FC, the Civic, and the Corolla.
That's wild.
Yeah. Mind-blowing, right? Just a stupid fact for the hell of it.
That's crazy.
You wouldn't think that. Like, when I measured space that they would take up when I was trailering all the cars here, I figured out the length of everything.
Oh, you still owned an FC when you moved here?
Yeah. That motor, the first motor was actually in the FC. And I
Yes.
drove that FC for 2 years, almost here, until I ran out of BC insurance. So for sure a year. And then I beat the living shit out of it. Then I put it in the Corolla.
And the car went to some other happy owner or to the scrapyard?
It went to Danny and down towards Calgary.
Oh, that's the guy I bought the K series from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went to Danny. I sold it to him cheap.
So that's the
And
one.
it just needed to go, and I kind of needed money at the time. So I was like, yeah, fine. No problem.
So that's the one he drifts now.
No. He
No?
just parts car.
Oh. Yeah, that's what about
But
the
that blue bumper that he had on earlier this year with the holes across the front,
Yeah.
is my
That's cool.
old bumper.
That's cool. That's cool when you see stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember, I think 2022, I was at a drift event and there was 4 or 5 cars with parts from my old car on it, and I was like, this should break my heart, but I'm happy. All these people are driving because of me.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. No, it's I like to see my friends drive, so if I have something to help them out, try and help them out.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And at least now I know how to put things together, and you understand costs of things. We can easily weld your cage in and do all that stuff. I have all the stuff. Everything's there.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I could do by myself. It's just something I'm scared to do by myself. It's something
I
like,
also think when I was doing it, it would have been more fun if I did it with somebody else.
it needs to save my life. I don't fully trust to just give it to somebody else to do it.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I don't trust myself to
don't
do it
mind
myself.
I like, as a person that likes to build things, I don't mind when somebody's there to help. Sometimes, yeah, it's frustrating when you're get off in a shitty spot and you're frustrated already, right? But I don't know that you would get there if you were working with somebody that was actually working with you on it and like helping figure it all out.
Yeah, see, like me, I'd be like, "Oh, you're having a trouble welding that top spot? Okay, 1 sec. Let me grab a grinder. I'll just cut a hole."
But that's what I mean, right? Like, but there's also like fit up things. Like when you get into fit up things, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to look at it, but I've been watching all sorts of things, tacking things in place in the car and trying to fit a bar here and like, does that look right? But my car had the glass in, right? I didn't pull any glass out of. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, that seems right. You just kind of take a guess and you run into things that you don't like. And whereas if somebody else was looking at it, you'd be going, oh, no, just this, right? Add a little bit more. Okay. Before it's welded in, I could have added a little bit more bend to the one bend I don't like, and it would have all been perfect.
Yeah, so because it's somebody else's cage and not yours, and
But it helps you see it because
Yeah.
I couldn't see it.
yeah, they're gonna be more nitpicky too. At the same time, they're gonna look at it from a bunch of different angles and go,
And how, but
"No, I think we got to
you got to
redo
do a
that
little
one."
bit,
Yeah,
little bit right there, right? Because a lot of times when you're bending tube and stuff, you bend a little less. and then you add the little bit like, you try and get bang on, but you wanna be
Especially 'cause you have
under,
that
not over.
slightly bit of spring back
Yeah,
too, like,
right, like, so you wanna be under, not over, because you can always add a little, but to take out,
no, it does weird
you
shit.
it
And
doesn't
on a roll cage,
you don't
you
wanna do
can't
that,
do
you
that.
wanna just have your bend. Whether it's 2 bends, it's not really the biggest deal, but
Yeah, most cars' main hoops, you gotta run 2 slight bend. You gotta run a slight bend in the bottom, and then you run your main ones in the
well,
top.
you run your 2 and you make your 90 degrees out of the 2,
Yeah.
and, like, I think I'm 91 on 192. Right? I had to go slightly in to be able to weld it in. When I went straight leg down, I fit it in there. I'm like, that looks amazing. And I'm like, no, just had to tweak it in that little bit more, right?
I priced out enough steel to do, like, 3 main hoops, so it can be
But
perfect.
the thing is, my main hoop actually fits perfectly in the car with
Uh,
where I put it.
I don't want any gussets, I want it welded straight to the
Yeah.
chassis,
Oh,
same
I
with
know,
the
but, like,
A-pillar
against the
ones.
chassis is a whole 'nother thing, right? But in my car, I wanted to be able to sneak the panel through so it looks complete inside, which it does. It just I don't know how to cut the back seat yet.
I just wanna get in my car and feel like I'm getting into an FD car.
Yeah.
It's not gonna perform like one,
No, but
but I wanna feel like
feel
I'm
like
getting
that,
into one.
right? Like, you
Yeah.
wanna have that feeling when you jump in, "Oh, yeah, I'm in a race car."
Yeah, I'm up for battle.
Yeah. Mine gives you that, "Okay, yeah, this is a race car, but it's also not bad inside," right? The only thing I don't have is the seat cover in the back.
You get in there and you're like, "Is it a death trap or is it awesome?
Yeah.
Let's find out."
Exactly, that's more along the lines of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I was like, "Oh, I'd still like to be able to drive this around on the street." Ha
Yeah, I I will still
No, I
street
know.
blade it, but it'll go on the street, like, 2 or 3 times a year. I'm not gonna risk that shit.
Yeah, exactly, like, I still drive my car a lot,
Yeah, I know you do. I
right?
won't do that.
Everybody's like, "I can't believe how much you drive this car," and I'm like,
Yeah, it's so loud
"But
too.
why wouldn't you?" Like, if you
Do you get
build
bothered for how loud it is?
I've been pulled over once in my life, and that was for wrong place, wrong time in the Corolla with the rotary wrapped pink. I've been pulled over once, and I was in a bad place. I was down by the illegal drags, and I got pulled over.
That night we were out and the takeover kids came and we left, when we parted ways at the end of 137 there,
Yeah,
I got out at my house, and about that time is when you would have been getting on to
I
the
don't think it's
Yellowhead.
that loud anymore.
Man, I heard you. I heard, "Whoa, whoa," and
Maybe.
it wasn't a bike.
No,
Nothing else revs that high.
I mean, maybe, but I don't think it's that loud anymore. I have 2 resonators and a muffler on it this year,
S
and it is 100% quieter than it was last year.
From between there and here, all that's between it is a lake, though.
Yeah, that's true. But,
Like,
like,
it's an easy way for sound to travel.
yeah, I mean, it's really not that loud anymore. It's still loud.
When we were at the spot, it didn't sound that loud. You
Yeah.
were the loudest there, but it wasn't.
It's not exceptionally loud,
I
but, like,
felt like I could have been in the Tim Hortons drive-thru and I wouldn't have heard it.
yeah. So, it is way quieter this year. And, yeah, I added a muffler and it actually helped, so but once the diff line's gone, I'll be happy.
Just gotta relash it.
No, needs a new ring and pinion.
Uh,
456, I chewed a tooth out of the pinion gear.
what rear end are you running in it?
The 3.9 now, welded,
Is it,
because I had the 456 on the Weir LSD, which he says not to street drive on, so, I mean, could be part of it.
do you have, like, a Ford rear end in it or
No,
something?
Toyota Supra.
Okay.
It's an '81 Supra, a 7.5 Toyota, so, like, I can use all the front diffs out of all the Toyotas. So you can still get the ring and pinion. It's like $350
Yeah, I was gonna say the
for the
Toyota ring and pinions are
456.
pretty not bad priced.
But I'd like to find a 430 or 44. Anything, even a 410 I'd probably take. 410 probably actually would be pretty good. But I can find new 456 and up, 488s, 529s, but that's because of 4x4s,
Yeah.
right? So, but I can get the 7.5 diff and ring and pinion. But so 456 is gonna be. I got 2 diffs to do for next year, a motor to build. Might have taken a little bit of abuse this year. So
Drove more than you did maintenance.
I, you know, probably. I did bolt check it. I did do oil changes, but I only went through 2 sets of plugs this year.
It was a fun year. Everybody drove good this year.
Yeah, it worked really well. All the big things that I did, all the suspension, the front suspension, extending the lower control arms, cut knuckles, all that made a huge difference, and the car drove so much better this year. Stopped fighting me.
I know you didn't drive Party Bash, did you?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah,
So you seen what happened to Polly's car?
yeah.
Yeah.
I hit Mark.
Did you? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've moved my whole front end over 1.5 inches when I hit Mark.
So, were your strut towers still straight? Or
Yeah,
okay.
just bent the nose of the frame. It just pushed the front end over 1.5 inches.
Were the frame rails tweaked at all?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So everything you had to
The
pull
whole rad support tweaked over. Okay, it was way over. I put the hood on at the end of Party Bash, and the driver's side fender was completely underneath the
So
hood.
at first we thought he got it worse, and you ended up getting it worse.
Oh yeah, like at first we thought Mark's was worse. No, Mark's is way better. My whole front end was over. It was a nightmare. I don't know what the fuck. And I was like, "Yeah, you should take the kids home." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take both the kids home now. I'll see you when you get there." And I just looked at it, I stared at it, and I'm like, "You're an idiot. It's fucked up." And put the hood in the truck and dragged it home. You know, I didn't even know because I drove the big entry afterwards, and the first one of the two, because like the practice run,
Yeah.
it was a good one.
Yeah.
The run wasn't, but it drove fine with the nose bent over. I didn't even know because the hood was on the back of the truck. So the hood was just off to the side already, trying to keep the temps down.
Yeah.
So the bumper was off. Now it's just a bare front end missing a headlight. Okay, we got one headlight, one fog light. And we did the big entry at the end, and right, that was a good time in the dark. It was so dark.
Yeah, it looked
It
sketchy.
was so dark. And then on the
Everybody was scrambling to try
the
to get as much
actual-
light on
the
track as
actual
possible.
run of it, that car parked by the tower on the grass, it weirded the shit out of me.
Oh, I could tell it was tripping people out.
I came in full speed. I was like, "What the fuck is he?" And then I'm like, "No," and that's what fucked me up there. I went and I was like, "Oh no!" And I lifted that little bit, and it just was enough to screw everything over, and I watched it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was dark though. It was really dark. Like, but I mean, part of that's one headlight.
No, it was dark.
Yeah,
Like it was
I feel like it
sketchy
was
dark.
super dark.
Oh yeah. Like we were I was standing in the tower that whole time, and I was like, I can't believe we're doing this right now. Like this feels way irresponsible right now.
Yeah, like I should have called it quits after the first one, but I'm like, whatever. I already crashed the car. Who cares? Send it.
So
Still running.
what actually happened when that crash happened?
So I was following Mark through turn one. Came
Also,
through turn one.
Mark's mine.
And I chased him, and we went down to Eddie's S's, and he kind of flubbered a little bit, and I stayed back a little bit, and then he was solid through Eddie's S's. And so I was like, all right, let's just gain on him a little bit. Let's just try and gain on him a little bit. So I got a little bit closer, and I started getting greedy. We came out of Eddie's S's and down, and we're going to the left before you go up the hill.
Yeah.
And he went to go, and he went to get the Manji in there before the left, and he spun. And then it was too late. I was already on the brakes, and it just nudged him with the front corner. The bash bar bent in. The bash bar did its job and just bent the nose. It pushed the whole nose over instead of the whole side of the car crushing in. The bash bar did everything it's supposed to do. I need a new one. It has to be rebuilt. It's not right anymore.
And
But
he was driving so good that day.
he was
too.
driving fantastic. So I was like, Mark's been on it. This is like, if this goes good, I might be happy if this is the end of the year, right? Like everything going good. Oh, and then just boom, right
I
in.
I chased him for a lap, he was dirt dropping in front of me,
Yeah,
he was on fire, I
he
was
was
like, "What the fuck?"
Mark was on it.
Yeah,
He was going great, and then I got behind him.
yeah.
And so that yeah, and then after that, tied it to 2 trucks at my house, and I sat there with a sledgehammer and strapped it to the other one, gave it a nice tug with the tow strap, and strapped it and reefed on it while it was
I know all
tight.
about that.
Beat the fuck
Heather
out
can
of it.
vouch for that.
I took a long piece of wood, and I measured out in a straight distance because there was a curve to it, so the wood's not exact, but it's a lot better than it was. And it was got the factory Toyota measurements, the whole measurements for the front end, and I just plopped it in there, and I'm like, "Okay, that needs to be over here. The other one needs to be way over here." And just slowly but surely beat the fuck out of different spots, pulled on different spots with the truck, and I got it close. It's center to center, like, I'm in the hole, but I'm not center. I'm offset. So I'm like, "It's close." Might have to notch the fiberglass fenders a little bit.
I mean, if you measure from a center point out from your firewall, if those numbers are
Like,
within, like, I think it's 3%, that's factory spec.
and this is the thing, right? Like, when I do that, everything is within factory spec, from factory specs of an uncrashed, unmolested Corolla,
Yeah,
which doesn't really exist anymore. They
yeah.
exist, but, like, people don't drive those ones that much anymore.
So, say it happens again next year, just gonna tube the front end?
Yep.
I don't see you driving another chassis, that chassis is just you.
No, it's not changing. That thing's there
It'll
till
it'll
I
it'll
die.
turn into a full
It's gonna by the
tube
time
car.
I die, it's gonna be a tube car.
Awesome.
That's the wife knows, the kids know, everybody knows. That car is mine till I die, and then you guys can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But it will be a full tube car, like, and that's why that cage, I didn't care about the material I used as much as, like, others, and I'm like, if it's minimal, that's fine. It's gonna get cut out eventually.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be the final cage. It just gives me boxes to work from. And those boxes were easy enough to put in, and from those boxes, I can build a bar that goes across over the transmission to the other side and tie it all together if I really wanted,
Yeah,
right?
you're slowly building it like, Taylor Ray's doing his Miata,
But it'll be
slowly in steps like that.
yeah, well, I mean, if
I think it's kinda
it's
cool.
as it comes. As long as I can hide the door sill and the roof, all that stays. Everything else is fiberglass. I got the spare rear end in the basement. Everything else from there, I just need the trunk cut from my car on the front half under, and that's I would consider that part of like the roof, right? Where it comes down to the back, holds the window. I consider that part of like the shell.
You wouldn't go with, like, fiberglass roof and actually go
I don't
actual full tube chassis with, like, a fiberglass body?
we'll see what happens. It might if that's where the car ends up, that's where the car ends up. But
That'd be
I
pretty
want
cool.
to keep that center piece as long as I possibly can. Right? Like, I don't wanna take away from the Corolla that it is, even though, like, there's things that could make it better, like the rear end. You could go equal length, and you could put boxes in the back and do all that stuff and, real race car things.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to. I still enjoy the getting in the car and being, "Oh, I got carpet, I got."
It would definitely be different if you were road racing the car, not drifting it.
Absolutely, but as a drift car, you make it look nice, you make it feel good inside. I feel that, and that's what you want, perfect, right?
There's a handful of over-engineered cars like that for drifting that are
Yeah.
tube chassis. They don't go that well, it
No,
seems.
and they don't.
Like, even Chris Forsberg's Drift Ultima, that, like,
Yeah,
it's cool, but it
it
does
doesn't. Okay, so the one that I seen that slid the best was that engineered to slide. He built
yeah.
the tube truck
Yeah,
with
I,
the SR S13.
that's the fabrication courses I did.
Yeah, but like before he did that, he built that truck,
Yeah.
and he built that truck in his garage.
Yeah.
I remember watching him build it as they were new episodes. And it was just fantastic, right? And yeah, he started out wanting to keep the main part of the truck, right? And then it turned into less and less. But So as long as I can keep that chassis straight enough and have all damage behind axle mounts, I'm happy. The rest of it I can rebuild. What can't you build?
Yep, pretty much do it like within FD rules. If it's
Yeah,
outside of the subframe points, you're
yeah,
good.
exactly, right? So, you know, and, like, right now, I wanna tube it from in front of the shock towers. Like, if I'm gonna tube it, I'm gonna do it shock towers forward, keep the factory shock towers for now,
Yeah.
and just build a structure from there out. Because then I could change it later if I really needed, but I'd already know where.
Yeah, just a classic tube front for a drift
Yeah,
car.
and just do that, and it'll make the motor come in and out easier, everything. And then, hopefully, one day, find a new bumper.
You could squeeze some bigger tires under there too, probably.
Something about Corollas on 15s.
Fucks hard, but I feel like eventually, like, I feel like we're not gonna be able to get tires for them. Like, I remember a couple years ago, tires were, like, easy to get, and, like, my car has 15s on it. It
I
was produced in 2022, and
I think it's time
tire options are kinda
to
crazy.
move towards a bigger size 15, a better, bigger size 15. Like, going this year, I've had a few, and last year I had a few 195 55s instead of 15s. Much easier to get, around the same price, in the same range, right? But the 55 gives that little bit more sidewall so that in the end, it's like,
You get more side bite off throttle.
yeah, but then it fucking at the same time they wear out real fast, right?
Yeah.
But the speed, it changes the speed of the car, everything. So let's see what happens and what's cheap, right?
I
I'm willing to run up to a 60 series. I've ran even 60s
I
to,
can't believe how fast your car is for such a small tire.
yeah, like it's
It's insane, honestly.
when I was screwing around on the 225 45s, on the 10s, on the 5 stars, it's just so fast. It just grips so much.
I could keep up with Brett in his pro car
Yeah,
better than I could with you.
I believe that. The car's not slow. It's not a slouch. And
No, as as
in
as
boost, it moves.
as
But I
soon
just
as you're on throttle, you're gone.
yeah.
It looks like it floats a little in corners, but as soon as you're on throttle, you're just like,
I feel like if I when I changed the knuckle to what I made for Jared, so at Party Bash, Jared had like a V2 of the knuckle. So I made him before Cornell, I made him a quick. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm going drifting next in 2 weeks, and I don't even have knuckles. I got stock angle." He's like, "Can you cut me a set?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll have them from you tomorrow." And brought him a set of knuckles the next day, right? And so I was like, when the year's over, let's get some input before the end of the year. We'll make you another set right away, and we'll try the other set. See what you like. So we pulled out his math when he calculated where I moved the pickup point. It was that I didn't really change it that much. I just made it shorter. So the Ackerman, everything else in the knuckle was still about the same. In the end, we ended up moving it so the top of the hole, not the angled where the ball joint connects, was 0 to the other holes, and that all lined up nicely. So we moved him, and it's probably 2 mil of Ackerman either side, so nice, still low. And he said, "Nope, it's exactly what I wanted." So that might be that little bit extra that I need.
have you done lots of knuckles?
I've done a few sets, 3 or 4.
You want to try mine?
Yeah, we'll try. I have S13 stuff sitting around too that I was like, I might try those and throw them on my car because
I I've done S13 knuckles.
but at the same time, I'm like, you can just sit there.
I think my buddy still has his jig. He
But
hasn't had a car as long as me, but I think he's still got his jig.
because like technically, all I would have to change is the ball joints in my lower control arms, and I can run S13 knuckles and coilovers in the front. I think that's what it is you can change the ball joint in the Corolla arms, or you can run the S14 arms and then drill an extra hole for the tension rods. Corollas are funny. They fit a lot of things.
Try it. Mine are easy. Well, I guess what so at the bottom of the E36 where this tie rod connects,
Yep.
it's flat, top and bottom. So what people do is just cut it,
And
slide it in,
Yeah,
call it a day.
yeah.
So,
I've seen that actually.
and then
Notch them and
most people go just over 2 inches on the extension.
yeah,
I go 3. I've always gone 3. Don't know why, but
it's
that's
worked
just
for you,
what I do.
and it's worked for you, right?
Yep.
I mean, more camber's not gonna hurt.
I love it too.
It's not gonna hurt. I
That's
mean, excessive might hurt.
I had almost 12.5 degrees in the front,
Yeah,
and that was full max camber on my
but
coilovers.
I bet full lock it had reasonably good, more than just that little patch that you would going straight. So who
Full
ca
lock, it was I still had a little bit of positive camber. I
yeah,
was like, "Ah."
you're almost there. You almost had full tire grip, right?
But at that point, I still didn't have cut knuckles. I never actually got to drive my car with cut knuckles.
Yeah, see, I don't know how much Ackerman's changed it because I've only ever driven stock knuckles. I've never driven cut knuckles before in my life either.
Yeah, I'm fine with stock Ackerman.
But like, I don't mind it, but I do notice that wheel trailing a lot, and I do get a lot more scrub on the passenger side tire at Strato on
Yeah.
my front.
Mine being more of a dedicated track car, I'm willing to have that sacrifice,
Yeah,
having more scrub for
I'm
sure.
I'm not worried about the scrub at all, and I kind of at the same time I'm like a little bit more is not going to hurt. I run pretty high pressures in the front anyways, because I like that slide.
Yeah, so me too. And then my thing with the scrub is I feel like it would be almost a little bit of security. Almost like having a foot on the brake at all times a little.
Sometimes, right? Like, and you feel the drag a little bit on entries if you're going really fast, but at the same time, you're less worried about that, and you're worried more about getting on throttle and getting back on boost
Yeah.
because it's that turbo's with the chip in the exhaust wheel is a dog down low. It's too big.
Yeah, I drove a NAKA.
Yeah, and you just keep it pinned and keep clutch kicking.
Yeah.
That's 4AG life.
That was great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Your little bio intro thing made Heather laugh so hard. Retard with a welder. All right. What kind of sacrifices do you have to make in your life to continue drifting for as long as you have?
Sleep? That'd probably be the biggest thing.
Has it caused any issues relationship wise?
No, but at one point cars did.
Yeah.
There was a point that cars did, and it was she actually said to me one time, "It's either get rid of the car or I'm out of here."
It was just consuming too much.
Yeah, like that was drag race and B series, turbos and B series, blowing motors, building motors.
Yeah, you were always in the garage
Yeah,
or racing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night you're racing, and then Saturday, Sunday you're fucking trying to fix the car for next Friday.
Yeah.
And the motor's blowing, the fucking bearings are gone, and fucking it's just toast.
Well, parts are 2 weeks away, but you need it this week.
No, no, I almost always had the parts. I had spares. I was blowing that many. I just ordered 3 one time, and just yeah, she said, "Mirror the car," and I'm like, "Alright, I'll sell the car." Sold the car. And then that was like she asked me once, and I sold my DA Integra. Had 2 liters, Brian Crower stroke bottom end. I actually snapped a crank. In the old photo bucket account, there was a picture of the 2 pieces of the crank, and you could just see where it sheared. Photo bucket. Yeah, that old.
I was on the tail end of Photo Bucket, and I was in, like, grade 5.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So, like, I lived with my parent probably '06, '05, '06.
So
Ashley's front seat in her EG, a carbon Kevlar memory fab seat. They made FIA seats at that time, and now they just do wheels. Everyone's like, "There's no way this is a memory fab seat. It's got no labeling, no marking, no nothing. Made in California. Like it's a beautiful, beautiful memory foam seat, and they would sell wheels now. But that car is I bought that for $550 in '06, and it's She never wanted to give it back.
I mean, memory foam in a car that you daily, that's
Yeah, and the Civic was the daily for years in Vancouver. So was the Corolla. The Corolla was the family car.
yeah.
So, I mean, sacrifice-wise, really, not too many. Kids have always been around it. It's taken years upon years to just be at the point where, cars are built. No panic. Don't panic. Don't worry. Relax. You might miss something. So what? Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Enjoy what you have, and I enjoyed the build for the most part.
Yeah.
As
I
much
mean,
as I enjoy the driving, I don't mind having the time away from driving to build the car, because like, I didn't drive the Corolla for 3, 4 years, and I couldn't figure out an ignition problem. It was just dumb.
I love the build. I think I like the build more than the drive.
Yeah. There's times that I truly believe that, but then, like this year, going to Strato Bash and doing nothing but changing tires and checking my diff oil. That's all I did all weekend at Strato Bash this year, was check diff oil. I didn't even check the engine oil. I still haven't checked. I checked it today, actually. This is a lie. I haven't checked it till recently, and it's fine.
So your coolant's not ending up there?
Nope, coolant's fine. Yeah, like the coolant's going down, but like I say, it has to be into the housing. So
I'm uh I'm torn because I really love doing this media stuff, but I really want to drive.
yeah, that's a tough one. We used to make BMX videos and stuff way back in the day, and did lots of that.
That was my entry in a video. I sucked at um writing, so I made videos.
Yeah, pretty much. Did a few things, a few cool things, enough to be in with the fucking cool kids.
Exactly.
Nothing nothing too dangerous, like, but some cool things, and you had to work hard for those cool things, right?
But like so like the way I'm thinking about it, I only want to run a handful of events anyway. So if I'm going to run a handful of events, I can do it something along the lines of I'll drive, like, let's use this year's events for an example. I'd actually go drive Northern Boat and Southern Boat. I think because the way I want to build my car, they're automatically going to just stick me in the pro class, which sucks. But I'm there for fun. I'm not there for the money.
Just enter the fucking, yeah, they probably will move you up knowing them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, the just knowing them,
Yeah.
they'll probably just move you up, be like, "What are you doing? You're not in grassroots."
JC will be like, "Oh, that's a pro car. You're not going into grassroots." Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So I mean, I'll drive those days. I'll drive the open drifts on those events, and then I'll probably do one of the bash events
yeah.
and film the other ones.
Yeah, like, I think if they do Southern Boat when they did it this year, I don't know if I'll do it next year. It's so close to our yearly holiday that I have to be really, really careful with money around then. And that was the biggest problem this year. But if I,
Try for one of them, especially if we get night driving at Strato, like they did it at.
yeah, I mean, if it's at Strato's a different story. Rad Torque, the biggest problem is that it was Rad Torque. I don't love that road course in that section. That section of road course, I just don't enjoy it.
Why?
I don't know.
I love it.
I really just don't enjoy it.
That was the last place I drove, and it was awesome. I
And I
loved it.
mean, the big bank is fun.
I couldn't. I was too scared. And then the second corner after that, I had way too much wheel hop, and then we weren't allowed to do the turnaround because we would run it in two sections.
Oh no, like we ran it. I've ran it a few times. Big bank, next corner, turn around, back, turn around, and that's it. Turn around, shut down. I've ran it a few times like that.
Oh yeah, so they ran the whole. It was an open circuit
I
like
know,
that.
and I don't know about. I'd probably go way too fast into turn one.
So when when I was there, it was big bank, little bank, shut down, turn around, stage, and then you'd run the front section, and then
Oh,
you'd
okay,
shut
yeah, see,
down.
I've ran that. I've ran everything but shut down by track entrance, track exit. Not like take that corner and that's it, then shut down. No corner right at track exit.
Seeing that little quick around the corner, back and around the corner, I love it. I fucking love it. I had blown ass coilovers, like 3 degrees of toe in, so that corner right after the pit entrance, my car would be like this, jacked up, three-wheeling, 150 horsepower KA, three-wheeling through that corner.
Yeah, just giving it like you should be.
But I love that front section, and it was wild
Yeah.
because they didn't really let the general public out back along that wall, but all the other drivers that weren't driving and
Yeah, I
all the
seen
big
they had
guys,
people everywhere down there, and it looked like a fucking
I
good
had my
time.
whole body on the other side of that wall a few times.
And, like, don't get me wrong, I was 100% jealous. 100% jealous and that's why I didn't even go. I was like, I thought about going, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go. I'm just gonna have a day, work on some shit, whatever, right? Just chill out and relax.
It was hard going back to
But there's
reality.
also the fact that if I went, I would have blown my motor there.
Oh, I see that.
Right? So my hindsight in my head is did I really lose? Because I still blew the motor, but I didn't blow it on track where I paid to be there.
And honestly, it was carnage. If you would have blown your motor on track, you probably would have got smacked pretty fucking good.
Exactly, right? Like it 100% died. I lost the side skirt and fucking died on me. And it would not move, would not do anything.
It was carnage, though. It was awesome.
Oh, it looked like a hell of a good time. And it was quite literally 3 days later, I blew my motor. So if I was driving there and that happened, it would have been really bad. So I'm more than happy that I missed it, but it looked like a hell of a time. Like seeing the stuff that came out of that is just fantastic.
Yeah, it was wild. It was I had her standing up against the wall, and she was like, every time scared, scared, but just straight back up. It was like it was amazing. Like I think it's the closest we could get to like Ebisu
Yeah, like
without
it
going.
truly looked like it. Like
The way cars were coming on and
and they're
off
right
track,
there
like it
and
was
people are coming
insane.
for the wall while you're there, not 10, 15 feet back. Right? Like
Oh, you'd smack and they'd hit right where your hand was.
that's what I mean, right? Like being able to be right there, which doesn't happen. It's a very rare thing. Like rad torque makes me really worry about it. The walls and everything, the less space to dive out of the way.
Yeah, there is no runoff.
There's no
It's
runoff, right? Like Strato, you're going in and something's going wrong, and you're like, "Oh fuck, I gotta get out of here, get on the grass." You just go on the grass. Make sure you don't see any vests. Get on the grass. Get out of the way.
yeah, there's
Don't just sit there.
yeah,
And
at Stratotech, there's not really a bad place to go off besides
besides in
the
the
bank at
rocks,
the Eddie
yeah.
The rocks still aren't that bad.
No, I
They
know
stop you dead in your
they stop
tracks, and
you.
it's a pain in the ass,
It's a
but
fucking that's the biggest thing. It's a
it's a
pain in the
good
ass.
spot to be.
But rad torque,
It's just walls.
just walls,
Yeah.
right? Like I think that's my biggest issue with that rad torque, right? So a couple open drifts, test some things. Not too much next year, I don't think.
Yeah, yeah. I know you wanna help me, you wanna help Gabe,
I want. There's a lot of things to do along the way.
Jerry, whatever's stopping him from driving.
Yeah, I just want to see him out driving whatever he needs, right? And my car, I know what I need to do. It is what it is. And when there's time, we'll fucking put a weekend in and fucking done, right? It's be no issue to get my car back together as it sits.
Yeah, I've watched enough rotary videos. They're pretty quick and easy to
They're
fucking.
not that difficult. You just got a lot of things to take off and put on in the right place.
It's an afternoon with a decent amount of weed
Yeah.
and a couple pieces of paper so you don't forget your shit.
Yeah. Checklists, markers, and lube.
Oh, it's a lube. Don't put anything in dry.
Grease. Lots of grease and shit. Some people like can use Vaseline.
I use that. I pack my oil pumps with Vaseline
Yeah.
before they prime.
Yep. And, like, I've looped seals and stuff with Vaseline, so I
Yep,
get using Vaseline.
yep.
It'll just
Because so that doesn't make the seals swell. If you put oil on it, they
yeah.
swell up.
Yeah.
So that's why I use Vaseline or high temp wheel bearing grease
Yes.
is what I'll use.
Yeah.
No, I don't like any other grease on
No, you want
seals.
the
It
high
gets
temp.
weird. Yeah,
You want the high temp. So I've started coating all my, like, exhaust V bands and shit like that with, like, ARP lube.
yeah.
Fuck. I never had a V band come off so good in my life. Best thing I was ever
And
told.
it's not messy like anti-seize.
No mess.
You know another trick? White spray paint.
Yeah. But they come off. That's the biggest thing. Like, uh, every other thing I've tried putting on, like, manifold bolts and stuff like that, that I know get super hot and come off. Like, they never wanna come off no matter how hot you get them or anything, they always jam. And then you twist the bolt and you fuck up the V-band clamp and life sucks because you
Yeah,
don't have another. Put it the ARP bolt lube on it, and it just fucking threads on nice, cranks up nice, tightens nice. You get fucking glowing red because 'cause I've had turbo light a few times where everything's just glowing red on that side. I tend not to look at it because I just don't wanna know.
yeah. I know. The one night I seen you pop your hood, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
I'm like, he didn't even look at it. I'm not gonna say anything.
no. Don't worry about it. Just it's hot. It's fucking hot. Let it cool.
Yeah, that's something you touch. You're leaving your fingerprint in the metal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your fingers are gone. She's fucked.
Part of the metal now.
Yeah. And, yeah, just who cares? Let it get hot, but don't keep going.
As long as it's not changing shape, it's not that hot, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean but, yeah, the nuts come right off.
That's that's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, like, I've reused my V-bands enough times to know that I've fucked a lot of V-bands because I got them so fucking hot. Glowing red and come off the next day.
What's the biggest downfall to your chassis? I'm not gonna say rotaries because it's apex seals.
It's not even Apex seals, though. So I'm rebuilding the motor because of coolant seals,
Yeah.
not Apex
But
seals.
that's probably just from age of sitting.
Oh, absolutely it is. But downfall of chassis?
Yeah. If
Probably
if if you had to completely re-engineer one thing on the chassis, what would it be? It could be something you already did, if you did.
I don't just, like, the chassis itself, I'm not that
That, like, includes, like, how you're considering putting, like, S13 knuckles on it?
okay, so, like, you're talking everything that's on the car.
Yeah, like the car design itself minus,
But the
like
design itself, the reason I don't wanna go to S13 knuckles is because I don't wanna change the steering. The Corolla steering is like I would never change the Corolla steering unless I had to. I have a more of a backup in case I really fuck the front end. But, like, a Corolla feels like a Corolla because of how the spindle and everything is with the knuckle, right? Changing that knuckle to a McPherson strut of, 240 is totally different, and I don't know that I would wanna change that. And I don't hate the fact that it's a solid axle car. There's not a lot I don't like about the Corolla chassis because you look at it, you can upgrade the rear end all you want. You could upgrade from the current 4 link, but do you really have to for it to be a great driving car? No, but everything needs to be maintained and updated and shit like that.
Mhm.
So it's not really. I don't know that I would change anything. I quite enjoy it as a Corolla. I've driven S chassis steered ones and it feels a lot different. It's not the same feeling.
Are they snappy cars? Like, in transition?
Yeah, but it's a short wheelbase.
Yes.
They're very, very short. Like I was saying earlier with the length, right? Being the longest car, it's because there's 2 foot of bump, almost 3.5 feet of bumper when you put both bumpers together. It's a lot of fucking bumper
That is. That is.
from the wheel, and everything else is like. It's tiny, tiny bumper, like 10, 12 inches. Civic and fucking RX-7. But yeah, like it would be nicer if the wheelbase was longer, but at the same time, makes it what it is, having it a little snappy. That's why you want a little bit of power, just be able to hop back on it and it's good.
Yeah, I mean, once you figure out the initiation, you can definitely win the backy contest,
Yeah, exactly.
especially because of the snappiness. You can definitely see it in the car.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
like
flicks to angle that fast
no, it
besides the S chassis.
yeah, and like it's quick. And the first time I drove it with those knuckles, I was very, very surprised. Like it just snapped right over, and I'm like, oh, and it's happy there. Okay, we're good with this, right? And it now those knuckles compared to a stock knuckle, it drives itself. It's not perfect, but it's good. Even a little bent and not straight, it still drives great because we did backtrack. And backtrack was awesome.
Oh yeah, you went out there for that last event.
Yeah, me, Sean Harmon, and Kyle Lexnowski. Kyle brought out his Corolla, and we just ran 3-car trains all night, just
Yeah,
chasing each other
I
around.
seen some pictures.
It was a good time. It's probably the closest I actually got to somebody other than hitting them this year. Because there's a couple hits from people spinning out and then people spinning out, but that's okay. I knew those were coming. Built the bash bar accordingly. It saved my lights for most of it. Only lost one light, and I had that fixed in a couple days.
Yeah, I was gonna come out for it,
Yeah,
but she got off work. It was like 4:30, and I'm somebody that I need to be at events early.
yeah.
Like
Oh, I know.
those bash events, I show up at between 3 and 3:30
Yeah, yeah.
for no particular reason.
I don't know. I like to be early. My on time is like half an hour early for something.
I walk around and smoke dope.
Yeah.
Go give JC a hug.
Yeah, sounds like the right time to be there.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so backing it up a little. Sure you did something between karting and getting into the drag race, street race scene with the Civics. And I'm assuming, seeing you're in drifting, that that would have been along the lines of skateboarding, snowboarding, BMX.
yeah, of course. Grade 11 and 12 when I first got my license, didn't care about cars. So I spent every single day all winter up in the mountain. I'd buy Seymour seasons pass, like $300. I'd save all fucking year for that. And just go snowboarding every day.
So was it more like, did you ride groom trails, like the backcountry stuff? Like what did you ride? Was it the park stuff?
Mostly backcountry stuff.
That's cool. I never got the opportunity to do that.
Because at Seymour, there was one chair that they didn't always open, but you go up the one chair, and then you go down a little bit, and then you climb up for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Then you come down the back, and it takes you all the way down and around, and then you end up passing through some trails and other shit. As long as there's lots of snow, it's a good time.
I've only been on a mountain twice. Yeah, once with school in grade 8,
Yeah.
7 or 8, and then the following year I went with my uncle. But that was just Marmot Basin.
Yep.
Not that great of a mountain. When I went with school, I took the knob chair and I hiked to the top. And I don't know what happened, but I freaked out halfway down and caught an edge and flipped over. And there wasn't much powder, so I went head first all
Skidding
the way down the bowl.
Fuck.
Hit the bottom, and it was like bone flat. There was even a little bit of uphill. I was like, oh, this sucks. Take my board off, and that's when I learned, don't take your board off and powder. So,
Yeah.
thump. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
12-year-old me, if I could spend 45 minutes moving 45 feet.
I mean, there was a lot of, yeah. So like after I graduated, we didn't really care too much about cars. Dad had all sorts of cars, and whatever shit happened, we were driving like a '90s Mustang and taking his van all the time to go snowboarding, right? Like,
Yeah, we rode Park and Street.
yeah. No, I spend every day at the mountain, and then I come home every night at like 10 o'clock, go to school, go to first class. Off to the mountain I go for the rest of the day. Spend the day up there.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fuel, but fuel was cheap, and it was just time. Yeah. Nowadays, I don't think my legs could take it.
Yeah, well, we got to go at once.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Legs are pretty bad.
I just bought my snowboard back. I can barely walk
I know.
a full day, so
Yeah.
we'll try. We'll do a local hill instead of going to the mountains. See if we can even do a local hill.
Yeah, because definitely, like, I don't know. It's been a lot of years. Last time we went, I took Ashley one year to Whistler. Went up to Whistler and spent the day in Whistler on like New Year's or something.
Yeah, we'll just go to Rabbit Hill and do the one trail that keeps going around.
It was
We'll
fantastic.
just smoke a bunch of weed.
And she's not very experienced snowboarder, so.
Yeah.
And then snowboarding, and yeah, then drag racing. So shortly after that, and civics, and
BMX.
there's years of that too, all at the same time as
Like,
we're in the mix.
how is that? 'Cause I got into that for a while. I was actually pretty okay at it.
I mean, I could ride bikes. That's not the problem. Not great. Didn't do any big danger tricks that I could hurt myself because I had to go to work the next day.
Yeah, I didn't.
So when we hung out, we rode bikes. We'd ride bikes around downtown. We'd land up in the peelers for a couple hours and go ride bikes again, ride street downtown Vancouver. And there was years of that. And we'd just go meet up at somebody's house and just ride around all night.
Yeah, I rode bikes from probably 12 to 16 or 17, something like that.
Yeah.
So not as an adult, but we did do
Yeah, I would say it was 1920.
the time I did the most. So I had a small crew of us in St. Albert when I was about 15,
Yeah.
and there's not a crazy amount of street here. There's
Yeah,
enough you
and
can
and
do some.
that's the thing out here, it's different, right? Like, it's totally different than Vancouver.
We never went into Edmonton
Yeah.
as kids, really, and if we did, we went to a park.
Yeah, see, we'd go to the park in the morning,
Warm up.
ride around, hang out at the park for a while, and then we'd end up getting bored of the park and going and riding street around the whatever we could find.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd land up hours away and we're like, "Oh, fuck, we gotta go back there for the car."
See, and when I lived in Leduc, Leduc had a few more spots than here did.
Yeah,
Mortonville had none. Somehow we still managed to film my buddy a small street part. It was insane. I don't know how we did that. But in Leduc, we'd start riding off into Nisku.
yeah.
And then we'd start finding all the cool stuff, all the loading docks and everything.
Yeah.
We found some really cool stuff back there. So that was pretty cool. But we never really went into Edmonton. A couple years ago, I went with a buddy of mine. We went and rode around. And I can barely bunny hop anymore. But I was like, man, how come I never came here as a kid? We should have just got on a damn bus. This would have been buck.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, I remember there was one really good spot in the town I grew up in, Richmond, and it was like downtown Richmond. It's about 20-minute bike ride from home, but it was a huge bank to wall. It was in a bunch of videos, like Jason Ends and all the sorts of people were in them. And yeah, it was awesome, but it was 20. We'd ride it all the time, and then you're so bored of it because it's that one spot. We'd land up, fuck, let's go jump on the bus. We'll go downtown for a few hours. We'll catch the last bus home. Two of us would boot downtown, meet up with some other people, end up downtown, fucking take the last bus home, ride around downtown for a while, and back to Richmond, go hit that spot again, and then disperse home. Used to happen all the time. It was like daily after work. I'd go meet him at the spot at like 5:36. Go ride the spot till 7, jump on the bus, go downtown, party.
That's awesome. That's how it was filming snowboarding.
Yeah. For a lot of people I've met, yeah, that's same kind of thing.
I did that as I was a little older. I was filming that 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Did a lot of street spots. So we'd go ride Rabbit Hill all day, ride the park there, film
Yeah.
all day, go home, take a couple-hour nap. He'd pick me up at 9 o'clock with the truck, the drop-in, the generator, all the lights, and we'd go light
Yeah.
up spots around the city. It was awesome. We never really got kicked out. Cops would come. What are you doing? Make sure you clean up every last drop of snow when you leave. All right. We
Yeah.
always did. We never had issues.
I mean, I think if you're respectful, most times they'll be pretty respectful too.
Yeah, they
As
did.
much as everybody's like cops are assholes, I 100% agree. But
If you're an asshole,
exactly, it's
you
all on how you act. If you act like you're fucking in charge of them, of course you're gonna get in shit. You're not their fucking boss. They're the boss of you. Agree with them.
100%.
Fucking tell them what they want to know. Don't argue with them. Just give them the answers they're looking for, and be as favorable in yourself as you are to them.
Cops will come into my door. So before a cop came into my door and I knew I was getting arrested as he walked up, I wasn't an asshole. I opened the door. I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like,
Yeah.
you know why I'm here? I'm like, yeah, I know why I'm here or why you're here. And they're like, all right. I'm like, well, tell me why I'm getting arrested. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you blah, 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 blah. All right, awesome. You got to take me in or do I get a promise to appear? Well, you're being really nice. We'll give you a promise to appear.
Absolutely.
Like it was nice. I'm like, it's kind of chilly out. Do you guys want to take a step inside? Like,
Yeah. Exactly. If you're nice to them, they're gonna be nice to you. They're real people.
100%.
They do have to do their job. Do your best not to stand out. Coming from the guy that drives around in a pink car with a roll cage, right? Like it's the honest truth. I drive it around and people are like, I don't know how you don't get pulled over.
I got pulled over in a Chevy Avalanche bone stock.
Yeah.
Thing had dealer plates on it.
Mm.
I didn't know it had a salvage title, but I got hit crazy. Like 5 cop cars pulled up, bunch of tickets. Thing got impounded, everything. Cop gave me a ride home.
Yeah.
Let me load all my stuff from my truck into his car
Yes.
because I didn't give him a single issue.
Yep. You don't fight them, and life is better. As much
Yeah.
as I hate to say it.
When I was a punk kid and I liked to argue cops were assholes, but
Absolutely. If you're a dickhead. Because like that's a lesson I learned a long time ago. In Vancouver, I used to get pulled over all the time. I got all sorts of dumb tickets, all sorts of license suspensions. Tons of time I wasn't allowed to drive. I've been driving around more in my life than I'd like to admit to some people, right? And not for any reason other than I couldn't drive. So I understand people that waited, but I don't understand because I was forced to wait.
yeah, but the people that fight like that, like eventually you have to get to a point where you're just like, you realize to yourself, like, I'm not gonna waste
Yeah.
arguing with somebody or
Yeah.
fighting somebody unless they're being an absolute fucking prick to me. Like,
Exactly. Like if you're being nice to them, don't give them a reason. That's just giving them a reason.
you can give them a touch of attitude because you disagree with the decision, but at the end of the day, they still got to do what they got to do.
Absolutely. Accept it.
Yeah,
The sooner you accept it, the better everybody's life is.
like nobody's gonna care if you're salty that you're getting arrested, but
Yeah.
be like that's it.
Well,
Trying ain't gonna change anything, buddy.
be a respectful person, right? Like if you can respect them, then you can respect yourself. Everything should be good.
Yeah,
So if they're being an asshole, yeah, go ahead, do whatever the fuck you need to do. But start out respectful. If you start out respectful, it'll go a long ways.
I've
That's one thing I definitely learned.
I've been arrested a few times, and the couple times they've actually brought me in, they didn't even put me in cuffs because I was nice enough.
Yeah,
So
exactly. If you're being respectful, none of this crazy stuff that happens on the internet, guys getting taken down and fucking shit like that. doesn't really happen if you're respectful.
Yeah.
When you're being an asshole and you're fighting them and you're running from them, fuck yeah, anything goes. I agree.
Now, I did have a couple issues with cops just being dicks with my car,
I've had that before too.
but
I've been targeted.
I've also had cops pull me over to ask me like, "Why are your front wheels slanted like that? How'd you get your paint to sparkle like that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "You put your lights on for this, man? I'm sure this isn't legal."
Yeah.
But I'm more than happy to tell them all of it.
Yeah.
I remember telling the cop it was a drift car, and he's like, "What's drifting?" I got so excited. He's like, "No, don't show me." I'm like, "I know, I'm gonna show you on my phone at the track." But he thought I was gonna fire up my car and start doing dumb shit right in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
But no, like, most experiences with cops have been great.
Yeah.
Any negative ones, it's normally been me.
There's typically been a reason. I'm sure everybody's had one in their life that was a
I've
bad
had one
experience.
negative where I didn't
Yeah,
deserve
like
it.
just it shouldn't have happened how it happened, and it happened, right? It's too bad. I'm sorry it's over.
It was four of us street racing. I lost. I got pulled over. I mean, I was a little salty because he pulled over the loser of the race. Like, come
Yeah,
on, I'm already full of shame. Why do you got to ticket me too?
yeah.
But so
Just throw the cherry on it.
I was a little salty, and I think what really threw fire on the flames when he gave me a fix-it ticket, and I said, "Nah, I'll just pay it." I think that's when I really got to him, and he really got mean.
Yeah.
But I guess it was still me that deserved it.
But like I say, something usually happens. Whether their tone of voice, they think your tone of voice, you're being an asshole, which in my life I've gotten 1,000 times over. But I'm not. Most times I'm fucking around.
It's like all these kids on the internet complaining about how these cops are targeting. Oh, they're just targeting loud exhausts and tint. Well, no, you have these crazy built wide body cars driving down the street everywhere. They're not getting pulled over. What the fuck are you doing to get pulled over?
Crackle tunes and shit like that. It's usually the case. A lot of times, like older guys in fucking fancy cars, they just leave them alone. They don't bother.
But it's also like these kids, like, I didn't do nothing to deserve it. Oh,
Yeah,
no, you didn't roll a stop sign as you were going through a
exactly.
right hand turn. I bet you that's what happened. No, I stopped, turned right. It was proper.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly it, though, right? Yeah, no problem. Okay, I thought I stopped. I'm sorry.
Yeah, instead it's, no, no, I stopped, I swear.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a couple words different, but they're not. They haven't figured that out somehow.
All right, go stand in court for an afternoon,
Yeah,
get a reduction, and pay your $65 ticket.
yeah, exactly. Right. Waste your time with it. Take the loss.
Yeah, especially because like it's like a cost to playing with cars. Like
Yeah,
you're going to get
yeah.
tickets at some
Shit
point.
is gonna happen somewhere, somehow. Whether it's tickets, whether they deem the car not roadworthy.
Yeah, you do see that sometimes, and there's a few times I've seen it where I know for a fact the person wasn't being an asshole,
Yeah,
and it was just a highly
yeah,
modified car, and they were like, "No."
yeah, exactly. It happens. It's not just some secret thing that doesn't happen. Really
Yeah.
happen. It really does happen. Cars that are too modified. They're like, this car stands out way too much. We need to just take him out of here. Get rid of him. And let's fucking ticket the shit out of him and send him away.
Like roll cages, they absolutely hate them. But a properly built roll cage, in the case of an accident, if you have a roll cage, you're not using your factory seatbelt, and in the case of an accident, you're strapped in, and in a properly built cage, your head's not gonna be anywhere near any of those
Yep,
bars anyway.
absolutely.
Like, there should be no problem with a cage on the street. Is it too st is the problem it's too strong? It'll cause too much damage on the next car?
Maybe. Because definitely will cause more damage than
Then
to them.
then why is a Cybertruck on the road? That thing's a fucking
It's a
brick.
it's a tank. Mount a gun on it. There you go.
Yeah, you see Just
Yeah.
Diesel's video? That thing's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy how much shit he's put that thing through. I don't even know how it still was moving. Yeah, he sent it back a couple times, but they've just patched it up enough that it
Yeah,
Does everything
they
again.
finally told him to go fuck himself,
I know,
but
but you know what I mean? The couple times that they did do it, it's like, man, that was a lot of damage.
yeah, and that Ford too, putting up pretty much the same,
Yeah,
impressed me for sure.
yeah,
I mean, I didn't think the Tesla was gonna do half of it.
no. I was amazed at the shit that it actually made it through. I was like, "There's no way," and then it just right through. You would have no clue that it would actually kind of work well, just ill-designed.
Yeah, well, I mean, European countries are banning them for their weight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of battery. All that fucking mined lithium.
I hate this push for electric because I feel like when they're talking pollution and the push for all electric, they're only thinking about air pollution. They're not thinking about the ground pollution. We
Yeah.
have no way to recycle these batteries.
No, exactly. There's so many things they're producing that they're saying are better for the environment and wearing out just as fast that it's you got these items. Now what do we do with them? How do we dispose of this? Where do we get rid of this? Right? Like what's gonna use this dead source?
They're gonna end up getting buried, and
Yeah, exactly, right?
lithium's not good for no one when it leaches into our water
Yeah, well,
eventually.
exactly. It ruins everything.
What happens when
So I mean,
we only have these cars and people are dumping them into the water?
so and then they also say that like it's mined by electric vehicles. Well, okay, that's a lot of batteries in all of those. Where'd those batteries come from? Well, they were mined by diesel vehicles, but we got to ban diesel vehicles. They make more air pollution, I would say, out of all the mining equipment. Even if 1 out of 4 out of 10 had electric trucks.
On top of that, carbon's good for plants.
Yeah,
That's what really gets me.
yeah,
They're cutting down all the trees and then going, "We need to cut back on carbon."
yes.
Oh, why?
And plants eat it,
Yeah.
right? Like it makes absolutely no sense at all.
Cutting down all the trees is heating up the world
Yeah,
because everything's reflecting off the concrete. It's absorbing the
exactly.
heat and bouncing it back.
Not enough trees have been planted in any of our lifetimes to fucking save the planet.
No.
Because, yeah, a lot of trees have been planted, a lot of trees have been cut down.
Yeah, I definitely say more, especially with
Oh,
our wood
absolutely.
framing
Just,
housing out here.
yeah, but that's what I mean. And those areas turn into more neighborhoods. More neighborhoods to turn into more people and less trees. And the trees are good.
I seen I, d- I don't know how much truth there is to it, but I seen what brought wood framing into play in North America was after the first creation of the government building mass produced housing,
Yeah.
government housing. That's when they introduced wood timber homes the way we know it today.
Yeah, I could see that.
So all our homes were built so cheaply because the government built them cheaply at some point.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I believe that. Because they're built cheaply now. They really don't have any. It's not a lot of quality left in them.
Yeah, I don't think any of our like modern history houses have ever been that great. Like we
Yeah.
have houses lasting 100, years old. Meanwhile, in Europe, there's buildings that are hundreds
Yeah.
of years old.
Thousands. Right? So it's, who knows? I mean, working construction, building commercial buildings, they should last. They should last quite a long time.
Yeah, well, you see stuff built over 100 plus years ago, and it doesn't look like it's aged.
Yeah.
Like I know of a train bridge out in the mountains on an abandoned train line
Yeah.
where the pillar broke during a flood 85 years ago, but besides that break, it hasn't crumbled anymore from there. The concrete still looks like they just pulled the form off of it. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that was just pre-rebar. That's why that broke.
yeah. I and like masonry and stuff is actually what I do. But like building brick columns and stuff like that to support concrete, the concrete will stay. Everything will stay until there's too much load. If
Mhm.
no rebar or not, it's just pressure. And like concrete works through all the rocks and everything, bonding, holding it all together kind of deal.
Yeah, it took me 4 tries to build this table.
Yeah.
That's hand built.
Nice. Turned out good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Tried it without rocks the first time. Shit just crumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need something so it bonds.
Yeah, and then I like it more with the texture. Then I clear coated it.
You know, it's solid. It's good. I mean,
That's why I got one. So I got superior grip.
surprisingly, Corolla's got quite a bit of grip.
Yeah, no, that thing blows my mind.
It like with the 456 in the back, people are really, really surprised at how quick it is
Are you running 2.3 or 3.4?
for rear gear.
No, for
Two,
gearing.
three, depends. In 456, it's two like a 2, 3, and 4. Like 4 is scary as shit though. It's fast.
So you're just pretty much running 4 on entries,
Yeah. Like turn 1 at Strato.
and then
Everywhere else third most of the track.
into the ADSs. That's
Third.
what really. That's
Third.
way faster than turn 1.
Third.
You're not going fast enough.
GPS speedo is like 9,500.
I've seen some people fucking clipping into there.
Yeah, I'm scared of the trailers.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm scared of the trailers. I followed Brighton in there, and Brighton. I think he said he was in top of 4th. I was on him in 3rd. Like
Yeah,
the gearing's pretty long in the turbo 2 transmission.
I know. Even in when I chased Brett going into the ADSs,
Yeah.
when I tapped my brakes and my car started to slide, I looked down and my speedo said I was doing 95 when I was turning in.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was just going. He was dogging it because he had a car in front of him filming and a car behind him
Yeah.
filming.
He
So
was trying to make it look good.
yeah, but like that day, I seen some people going really fast, like definitely faster than turn 1. But
'Cause,
anybody
like
going faster than that's they're backwards for sure.
Cause like I feel like me and Brighton more than once Sunday of Strato Bash, we were out there and I was chasing him and it was a good fucking 9,500 on the GPS speedo.
Yeah, I like
And
that photo set tue.
like clipping fast and just fucking throw it towards the fence and then hug it back in and you're moving. It's fucking
Where are you kicking into the fence? Because I see tire marks as soon as the false turnaround.
just after that.
That's crazy.
Just after that, top of 3rd, and just weight transferred over. Sometimes a little clutch kick, and then clutch kick it bigger on the fucking way back around, and it just kind of steers itself in. But it's
So
scary because there's like a little hill over the top of it to the end of the
yeah,
corner, right? Like it's not big, but it's big enough
it's enough that you don't see the road.
that you're not 100% sure where the edge is, and you want to hit that edge. You want to be right there. You just want to put it right on the edge. It's more fun that way to try and hit it,
I
right?
found it even my car doing chase. I was like, oh, how far can I go over here?
Yeah, exactly, right? Set yourself up for big into the next set. And it just like sometimes it's like you're going way too fast and you're like, oh my God, are we gonna hit it? And then you're like, get on throttle, get on throttle, get on throttle, and just put your foot back in and she bites. But yeah, 3rd gear.
So we gotta tell JC to not put barriers in the fence there next year when you run full truck so you can go a little faster. No trailers back there either.
Yeah. I like Eddie's S's.
Oh, I love them.
Out of 1, nail 1, right? So,
Yeah, the 2 extensions with the chicane, the extension into it and the extension out of it
yeah,
into the final corner,
yeah,
final couple corners. Those are my favorite corners.
yeah. Up to the carousel, I like trying I've been trying to this year, I've been trying to get over the hill into the carousel, and it's fast.
Yeah, I love it.
But it's fast to be staying sideways in the Corolla.
Oh, yeah,
Like, it's real fast, and it kinda scares me a little bit.
for sure. And then going downhill after that extension,
Yeah,
that really long extension. I love that.
yeah.
I think I've only ever actually felt that full extension once. That's a long one though.
It's big.
You
I
gotta you
I
gotta
almost had it, and then, over the hill and just handbraking to try and get it to slow down and set the angle.
and then after the carousel, you gotta line up perfect for the next one.
Yeah, I haven't made that one.
Yeah, that one's weird. What's up? Gotta poop?
No, my chest just started hurting, so too much smoking.
Oh, that's what I asked if you needed to smoke another one.
No, absolutely not. I'm good. Thank you very much. It's more than I had in a while, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I smoke a lot. All right. I guess we'll wrap it off with one more, and I guess I'll go with let's go with what your dream build would be. No, money's not an option, like at all. Like if you want to turn a Koenigsegg into a drift car, let's go down that hole.
I don't like any supercars, to be honest.
But I'm saying any car.
I know, I'm thinking, because,
Yeah, supercars are lame. I hate them.
but, like, I don't I don't know, because I've always wanted a Corolla. Like, since I started driving them, I've just kind of wanted a Corolla.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am with the S13s too.
Like, I like the way it drives. Sorry about that.
All good. Happens.
Been a little while.
Yeah.
I usually have a couple puffs at home by myself. It's
Yeah.
just me, right? So
Yeah. Look,
sometimes, and then I forget because we used to smoke a lot, right? So then I just partake, and then I'm like, oh no, I should already have said I'm good because I smoke crap.
yeah, I forgot. You turned down like halfway through the second one, and then I started
Yeah.
passing the third one.
And then I still took it.
Yeah.
See, and that's my problem is I know better, but then it happens and I still take it
Yeah.
because
100%.
my brain's still stuck in that old way that you're fine, you can have a couple more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So okay, it would still be the Corolla,
yeah, I think I would still build a Corolla,
still rotary.
probably, but probably 3-rotor.
That'd be cool.
3-rotor would be cool. I mean, there's something about a 3-rotor. Like, obviously it'd probably turn into a tube chassis car, all that, right? And it will get there one day. And like, just I don't know. Since I drove one, after all the other cars I've drove Fox bodies. I've had all sorts of stuff. Supras, and Supras are fun, but Corolla, I just enjoy it. And then that car too. On that point, I would never want to change that car from being a Corolla. The kids grew up in it. Haley, the youngest there, she's 12 this year. She 2 days old, she was in that car. The kids have grown up in that car.
Yeah.
And it's something about not having that. It's like a piece of when they were little and peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But as just like a random car that just to build for fun
Yeah,
and not like something that was a forever car, I would probably be an older car. Like I'd love a hackle, right? Like a fucking 72 Skyline would be fun
yeah,
with something way better of a motor than the old motor, as much as the old motors are cool.
yeah.
They really are, but they're not fast anymore by
I don't even
today's
know
standards.
what's in those. Was it an L
Yes,
L series?
I think so.
Like what the 270s and
Yeah,
260s had?
right? Like I think if
The
something
L28.
could be like something like
Those are
that.
cool engines.
They really are. But at the same time, if you're building something like that.
You're gonna spend 10 grand and make 200 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly. Let's fucking just spend 10 grand, put something fun in it. What I would put in it? I don't know. Depends how big the size is, what kind of money we're spending, like what I decided I wanted to do at the time. But if I could afford a rotary, I'd always buy a rotary.
Yeah.
Everybody saying they're unreliable doesn't compute with me. I drove the first motor that blew up this year for 7 years, and I beat the living shit out of it the whole time.
Yeah, I gotta stop talking shit about them.
To be honest, like it's just yeah, I do a lot of oil changes, but
You shit on any car, you beat
if you're
on.
beating the living piss out of it like I am, if it smells like fuel, you should be changing it. Like no questions asked, just change it.
Yeah, I'm excited to go down this K series journey. A little nervous, but
Mm, I run diesel oil, so I run the same oil in the truck, same oil in the car. I just buy buckets.
Rotella.
Whatever's cheapest.
Yeah,
Rotella, Mobile One. Whatever's cheapest of the two.
I ran Walmart brand.
No, I won't buy Walmart brand.
I did.
Too
Not
scared. I'm too scared for the truck.
not after I actually built the engine,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I mean, as a starting oil, okay. I could see that. Start it, run it, drain it, something to run through the system, extra fucking zinc in it.
Yeah, no, I just ran it normal.
Yeah.
I ran an extra like liter in my oil too. Cause even driving it to work, I was bouncing off red line the whole way.
Yeah. That's how it was with the Corolla at one point.
Yeah.
Well, the diff just beating the living shit out of it all the time.
I know it's been built so many times, but my dream's probably just a JZS 13.
And see, like, and that's my problem. I couldn't really decide, but it'd be something 70s, 80s. Because what? It's so hard to decide if you have to choose between all of them.
LS 510. That'd be sick. You'd have to
See,
push the firewall back, but it'd be sick.
but 510s, period. Like, just 510s are awesome. I love the old tech.
Put a big carb V8 in it then, so half the
Yeah.
air filter's inside, half of it's outside.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be wild.
Really would.
Almost bought one, $500, came with an LS. Firewall was already cut out. I just needed to put it back in. I wish I bought it. That would have been cool. I've had a
Yeah.
few cars that I bought as projects and just sold though. Like I had a FBRX7. I was gonna build a full metal wide body for it.
Yeah. Never got there.
No, no, lost my job.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through so many dumb car things that I'm like, okay, whatever. This car stays forever. That's it. I don't care if everything else has to go. I have this car.
Yeah, that's how I felt about my S13 and it's not here. It's like the only thing I regret in life is that fucking car.
Yeah.
Not like getting rid of it. Horrible. Both of them.
Yeah.
Never should have.
Yeah, like, and Ashley, at least with this car, agrees. She's like, I'm never driving it again. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But she's like, yeah, you can't sell it. Figure out some other way if you have to, if you were going to have to sell it.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
many memories.
Yeah, when I got another S13, I'll sell tools before I'll sell that car.
Yeah.
It'll never leave. You have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. Pry me out of it. Do all the legal work before I die to get buried in it, I guess.
A big hole.
A big hole. I'll have to buy like 5 lots.
Yeah. Maybe more. The way they do it nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. Easily $100,000 plot.
Easy, no questions asked.
That'd be funny.
It really would. Or they'd crush it into a cube and put it in a regular plot after they charged you for all the plots.
Yeah, crush it in a cube, put me in a regular plot. Just don't charge me for all of them. I'm down for that. If I'm still in there, let's go. Imagine being the guy running the crusher. Like, you want me to do what? And I'm not gonna get in trouble. Seems like entrapment, officer.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a great plan.
But he's just like, "Yep." Have you done this before? Yeah, I guess we'll pretty much wrap it up there, I guess. Thanks for being the first person on.
No problem. Glad I could do something.
Yeah, there'll be more.
But you know the feeling. There's times where you're just happy to be able to take the time to do the things to help somebody else,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Nothing's worse than the only reason you can't is you legitimately don't have time.
Yep.
But at this time of year, car's half broken. I'm like, I don't need to touch it right now. Ashley's going to try and get a couple more weeks out of the EG, enjoy it a little bit more while she can. And then I'll make Gabriel come help me empty half of my garage to fit his boat of a car in there so I can.
That thing's so big.
It's massive. It's massive.
And then we're doing rust repair on the
And then I'm gonna
EG.
do rust repair on the EG. Winter will be a busy one. If I get to my car, I get to my car. If I don't, so be it.
Get all the rust repaired and get the car ready for paint. We can paint it in this garage.
We'll figure it out. It's one of those things, like, one step at a time. I've learned to not bite off more than I can chew. I already kind of have, with both motors puking this year.
And then taking on Gabe's car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come help with that.
But that should be good. I don't really care. I would rather see him drive and miss next year, except say 1 or 2 events at the end of the year.
Yeah, he hasn't driven it.
He hasn't driven in so long.
I think
He drove at
2018.
He drove a 881. He drove somebody else's.
Yeah, he drove Jordan's car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He got down.
yeah. He loved it. He's like, he went out. He's like, new tires. I went out for 2 laps. They're dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, curse of Strato.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him drive.